Good morning, dear friends. Now, up till now, we completed drugs acting on autonomic nervous system. Now, from today, we start with the next section, that is drugs acting on cardiovascular system, that is on CVS. या CVSच्या टॉपिकमध्ये या सेक्शनमध्ये सुद्धा 4 चॅप्टर्स आहेत. नियर अबाउट मिनिमम फॉर 12 ते 14 मार्कासाठी ॲन्युअल एक्झाममध्ये या चॅप्टरवरती सुद्धा विचारले जातात. नाउ फ्रॉम टुडे वी स्टार्ट विथ द फर्स्ट चॅप्टर, दॅट इज अँटी एंजाइनल एजंट्स. Anti-anginal agent. So total number of chapters included under this section, that is 4. Now from today we start with the first section, that is anti-anginal agents. You know that anti means against. That is those drugs used in treatment of angina pectoris. Those drugs used in treatment of angina pectoris, that is called as anti-anginal agents. Now first you should know what is angina pectoris. Angina pectoris, it is nothing but it is a myocardial ischemia condition. It is myocardial ischemia occurs due to imbalances between oxygen supply and oxygen demand of myocardium. Whenever there is an imbalance occurs between oxygen supply and oxygen demand of myocardium, that is due to the narrowing of coronary arteries. When there is a narrowing of coronary arteries, suppose whenever there is a narrowing of coronary arteries take place, then oxygen supply and oxygen demand imbalances take place. That results into angina pectoris condition. In addition to this, certain activities increases oxygen demand. Various physical activities like walking on hills, lifting of heavy objects, isn't it? Even another thing, that is atherosclerosis condition. Atherosclerosis, that is nothing but hardening of arterial walls due to high cholesterol level. की जे फॅटी पर्सन्स असतात की ज्यांच्यामध्ये कोलेस्ट्रॉल कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन, कोलेस्ट्रॉल लेवल if it is greater than normal level, then it leads to produces condition that is called as atherosclerosis. So this is one of the reason that responsible to produces angina pectoris, that is atherosclerosis. Even certain activities like emotional condition of patient or even more excitement condition which require more oxygen consumption, these activities also produces what leads to produces chances of anginal attack. And the main symptom of anginal attack that it leads to produces chest pain in left arm and left shoulder. कि left arm and left shoulder ला chest pain होते, isn't it? And that is the major symptom in angina pectoris. That disorder, that condition, that is called as angina pectoris condition. Therefore, those drugs used in treatment of angina pectoris, that is called as anti-anginal agent. Now these anti-anginal agents broadly divided into various types. Sometimes they will ask what is angina pectoris. You are supposed to write down that it occurs due to the imbalances between oxygen supply and oxygen demand of myocardium, isn't it? Because of narrowing of coronary arteries, and therefore those drugs used in treatment of angina pectoris, that is called as anti-anginal agent. In that first type, that is called as vasodilating organic nitrate compound. Vasodilating organic nitrate compound, that is the drug of choice used in treatment of angina pectoris, that is vasodilating organic nitrate compound. Example, glyceryl trinitrate. Glyceryl trinitrate or also called as nitroglycerin tablet. Nitroglycerin tablet or glyceryl trinitrate, that is one and the same. Another example, isosorbide dinitrate tablet. Isosorbide dinitrate, then amyl nitrate. Then one more example, that is penta-erythrotyl trinitrate. Penta-erythrotyl trinitrate. All these drugs belonging to the category that is vasodilating organic nitrate. As the name itself indicating that these are the peripheral vasodilator drug. Causes vasodilation of blood vessel and thereby increases coronary blood flow and used in treatment of angina pectoris, and therefore called as vasodilating organic nitrate compound. That is example glyceride trinitrate, also called as nitroglycerin tablet, isosorbate dinitrate, amyl nitrate, and another example that is pentaerythrotyl trinitrate. Then second type under anti-angina agent, that is beta blockers. These beta blockers also used in treatment of angina pectoris. Already we completed under autonomic nervous system. That beta blockers like propranolol, timolol, sotalol, these drugs belonging to beta blocking activity by blocking beta receptor used to reduces oxygen demand and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. Third type, that is calcium channel blockers. These calcium channel blockers also used in treatment of angina pectoris, also used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia, that is used as anti-arrhythmic agent. So calcium channel blockers, example verapamil and nifedipine. Verapamil and nifedipine used in treatment of angina pectoris as well as used as anti-arrhythmic agent. And last type, fourth type, that is miscellaneous compound, example papaverine, but it is not used in clinical practice. First three types, these three types are the major drug used in treatment of angina pectoris. Sometimes they will be asked, what is angina pectoris? Classify the drug used in treatment of angina pectoris. So these are the three types. First one is vasodilating organic nitrate compound. As the name itself indicating that this drug causes vasodilation of blood vessel and thereby increases coronary blood flow, decreases oxygen demand and used in treatment of angina pectoris. Example are glyceride trinitrate compound, that is nitroglycerin tablet, isosorbate dinitrate, amyl nitrate, pentaerythrotyl trinitrate. Then second type, that is beta blockers. Beta blockers are also used in treatment of angina pectoris like propranolol, timolol, sotalol. Then third type, calcium channel blockers like verapamil and nifedipine. And fourth type, that is miscellaneous compound, that is papaverine. So this is full classification of anti-angina agent. Sometimes they will define anti-angina agent, classify with example. Or what is angina pectoris? Classify the drug used in treatment of angina pectoris. Now the next point in this chapter, that is mechanism of action. How this first type, that is vasodilating organic nitrate compound used in treatment of angina pectoris, that is mechanism of action. Now here, as the name itself indicating that these drugs are vasodilating, causes vasodilation of blood vessels. And this vasodilation effect occurs because when organic nitrate compound, this nitrate compound may be suppose glyceride trinitrate, that is nitroglycerin, or glyceride trinitrate tablet or amyl nitrate. When these nitrate compound given, these nitrate compound converted or reduction occurs and converted into nitrite. When nitrate compound given, there is a reduction takes place and nitrate compound converted into nitrite. This nitrite further oxidation takes place and converted into nitrous oxide. There is a formation of nitrous oxide takes place. This nitrous oxide, when formation occurs, it causes stimulation of enzyme that is called as guanine cyclase enzyme. There is a stimulation of guanine cyclase enzyme takes place, and because of stimulation of guanine cyclase enzyme, there is a formation of 5-GMP, that is 5-guanine monophosphate formation takes place. Whenever there is a 5-guanine monophosphate formation occurs, it causes relaxation effect on blood vessels. Because of formation of 5-GMP, that is 5-guanine monophosphate, which causes relaxation of effect on blood vessels. And due to relaxation effect, that is vasodilation of blood vessels take place. Venous and arterial system vasodilation occurs, thereby increases coronary blood flow and decreases myocardial oxygen demand. That oxygen consumption demand is going to be decreases and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris because of peripheral vasodilation effect on blood vessels. So this is the mechanism of action of glyceride trinitrate compound or organic nitrate compound, that when this nitrate compound given converted into nitrate by reduction mechanism, again oxidation takes place, this nitrate converted into nitrous oxide. Because of nitrous oxide formation, there is a stimulation of enzyme, that is guanine cyclase enzyme stimulation occurs, that used to process 5-GMP formation, that is 5-guanine monophosphate, and this 5-GMP responsible for relaxation effect on blood vessel, that it produces powerful vasodilation effect on blood vessel, thereby decreases coronary blood flow, increases coronary blood flow and decreases oxygen demand, and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. So this is the first step, that is vasodilating organic nitrate compound, how used in treatment of angina pectoris. Let us say first drug, that is glycerol trinitrate or nitroglycerin drug. This drug should be given by sublingual route, should not be given by oral route. Sometimes they will ask the reason why glycerol trinitrate drug or nitroglycerin drug should not be given by oral route, should be given by sublingual route. Already we completed under general pharmacology that nitroglycerin or glycerol trinitrate drug when given by oral route of administration reaches at the site of liver because of first pass metabolism effect. Because of first pass metabolism effect reaches directly at the site of liver where there is a metabolism of glycerol trinitrate and there is a denitration process after it. That process that is called as denitration, and this denitrated product does not show any pharmacological action, isn't it? So because of this denitrated product or denitration process, it should not be given by oral route, it should be given by sublingual route. When given by sublingual route, there is a reliable proper absorption take place and that produces peripheral vasodilation effect and used in treatment of angina pectoris. So sometimes this may be asked that why nitroglycerin tablet or glycerol trinitrate tablet should not be given by oral route of administration, why it should be given by sublingual. So this is because of first pass metabolism effect, that when given by oral route reaches directly at the site of liver, that process that is called as first pass metabolism, and because of first pass metabolism when reaches at the site of liver, there is a denitration process take place, that nitrate compound denitration occurs and denitrated product may not be converted to nitrous oxide, may not be produces relaxation effect on blood vessel, and therefore this denitration process it should not be given by oral route but should be given by sublingual route of administration. Generally this nitroglycerin or glycerol trinitrate drug used in the dose of 0.4 to 0.6 milligram by sublingual route of administration. It is most effective in the dose of 0.4 to 0.6 milligram by sublingual route. Sometimes they will be asked mention dose, route of administration and one important use of glycerol trinitrate or nitroglycerin tablet. So it is used in the dose of 0.4 to 0.6 milligram by sublingual route of administration and used that is used as anti-angina agent. Similarly, isosorbide dinitrate tablet. Nowadays sorbitrate tablet available in market. Nicholas company sorbitrate tablet available in market, given in the dose of 5 to 10 milligram by sublingual route of administration. So nitroglycerin tablet, isosorbide dinitrate tablet, that is trade name, sorbitrate tablet, used in treatment of angina pectoris in the dose of 5 to 10 milligram by sublingual route of administration. While amine nitrate, this amine nitrate, it is volatile liquid available in ampoules and generally given in the dose of 0.3 to 0.4 milligram by inhalation route of administration. Remember that sometimes they will be asked mention dose, route of administration and one important use of amine nitrate. So amine nitrate that is most effective in cyanide poisoning also used in angina pectoris in the dose of 0.3 to 0.4 ml by inhalation route of administration. It is given by inhalation. It is volatile liquid available in ampoules. It is metabolized at the site of lungs. So that is nitroglycerin amine nitrate 0.3 to 0.4 milligram by inhalation route, nitroglycerin tablet 0.4 to 0.6 milligram by sublingual, while isosorbide dinitrate used in the dose of 5 to 10 milligram by sublingual route of administration. So this is regarding dose, route of administration and important use of this drug. Now the major side effect of vasodilating organic nitrate compound that on long term use may lead to produces methemoglobinemia condition. Methemoglobinemia, that is increase in methemoglobin level in blood. That condition that is called as methemoglobinemia condition. In addition to this, in some patients there may be chances of headache condition because of organic nitrate compound, and also therefore these drugs are contraindicated in anemia patient and also contraindicated in glaucoma patient. This is because on long term use it may increases intraocular pressure and that leads to process glaucoma condition. So sometimes when you ask give the contraindication of glyceride trinitrate or organic nitrate compound, that organic nitrate compounds are contraindicated in glaucoma patient. This is because it produces side effect or adverse effect that increases intraocular pressure that leads to process glaucoma, and therefore these drugs are contraindicated in glaucoma patient, also contraindicated in anemia patient. And the major side effect of organic nitrate compound, that is methemoglobinemia, and also leads to process glaucoma. So this is the first type, that is vasodilating organic nitrate compound, glyceride trinitrate, isosorbate nitrate and amine nitrate. Now the second type under anti-anginal agent, that is beta blockers. Beta blockers, that is also be used as anti-anginal agent, particularly propranolol, atenolol, timolol, sotalol. These drugs are used by blocking beta receptors, heart mediated beta receptor, thereby decreases oxygen demand of myocardium and used in treatment of angina pectoris. Already we completed under autonomic nervous system that by blocking beta receptor produces decrease in oxygen consumption capacity and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. Similarly, third type, that is calcium channel blockers. Calcium channel blockers, example verapamil and nifedipine. Verapamil and nifedipine. Now you know that calcium, the calcium that is chief excitatory cation, produces contractions of muscles, particularly increases contractibility of cardiac muscle, thereby increases oxygen demand. But when calcium channel blockers given, as the name itself indicating, that these drugs blocking entry of calcium in myocardial cell. When entry of calcium decreases in myocardial cell, decreases contractibility. And when contractibility of heart muscle decreases, it decreases oxygen consumption. Oxygen demand of myocardium also decreases and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. By blocking entry of calcium in myocardial cell, reduces contractibility of myocardial cell and thereby decreases oxygen consumption. That is decreases oxygen demand and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. Now here most important thing, that is Demigas mentioned dose, route of administration and one important use of verapamil and nifedipine. Remember that verapamil, that is used in the dose of 5 to 10 milligram by oral route of administration, while nifedipine tablet, that is used in the dose of 30 to 40 milligram by oral route of administration. So in most of the question paper there is mentioned dose, route of administration and one important use of verapamil or nifedipine. So this drug, that is belonging to calcium channel blockers, because of by blocking entry of calcium in myocardial cell, decreases contractibility of heart muscles and thereby decreases oxygen consumption or oxygen demand and thereby used in treatment of angina pectoris. In addition to this, because of myocardial depression action, also used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia, that is used as anti-arrhythmic agent. So verapamil drug in the tablet form, that is in the dose of 5 to 10 milligram by oral route, while nifedipine tablet in the dose of 30 to 40 milligram by oral route of administration. Used in treatment of angina pectoris, that is used as anti-anginal agent and also used as anti-arrhythmic agent. Our next chapter is that calcium channel blockers, verapamil and nifedipine used as anti-arrhythmic agent, that is used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia because of myocardial depression action. When entry of calcium in myocardial cells decreases, that leads to produces myocardial depression, decreases contractibility and used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia as well as used in treatment of angina pectoris. So here you remember the dose, route of administration and one important use of verapamil and nifedipine. Verapamil used in the dose of 5 to 10 milligram by oral route of administration, while nifedipine used in the dose of 30 to 40 milligram by oral route of administration. So this is third type, that is calcium channel blockers. Then miscellaneous drug, that is papaverine. It is narcotic drug not used in clinical practice but first three types. That is the most important one. That is organic nitrate compound, mechanism of action, or why glyceride, trinitrate, or nitroglycerin tablet should not be given by oral route. Then doses of all these three drugs. That is glyceride, trinitrate, or nitroglycerin, amyl nitrate, isosorbate dinitrate. Then another one is verapamil, nifedipine. This type of the drug Devin has mentioned dose, route of administration, and one important use of this drug. So verapamil and nifedipine, that is used as anti-anginal agent as well as used as anti-arrhythmic agent. So in next chapter we also see here that calcium channel blockers that is used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia also. So this is the first chapter, that is anti-anginal agent. Sometimes we may ask full question that write a note on anti-anginal agent. So first you should know that what is angina pectoris, different anti-anginal agent, doses, route of administration, and side effect or adverse effect of these organic nitrate compounds. So this is the first chapter, that is anti-anginal agent. Next time we see the second chapter under cardiovascular system, that is anti-arrhythmic agent, that is those drugs used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. So thank you.